Right, I thought I'd try to record a video of me playing some Balatro. I don't normally play on my PC, so I don't have very much unlocked, but I enjoy this game. I tend to play on my phone. There's all these different decks to play through. Anyway, I'm going to start playing a few games, maybe upload them. I've also realised I can record the video in high resolution, so I'm going to try that out, because that will probably look a lot better than stream content at least. So we've got all these different decks that we could use, and they've all got slightly different things that they do, and then as you progress through the game it gets harder and harder and harder, and you play on different stakes. And the base stake is white stake, which is the base difficulty, and then it goes up and up and up, and I haven't unlocked the higher stakes yet because we've not played that much. But each deck has different ways it affects the gameplay, so it manipulates how you play the game, and we've got a number of decks we've not even unlocked yet. So this will unlock when we win a run on at least black stake difficulty. Anyway, for today, what deck do we choose? Have I beaten this? So it looks like I can play this on black stake difficulty, but it's already getting quite difficult. This deck you get an extra discard, which helps you dig for your hands a bit better, but let's try on black stake then. So this will be slightly more difficult, so I might lose. The good thing is you can just start all over again. Right, so the premise of the game is you need to get enough points to beat each round and somehow get stronger and stronger to keep beating more and more points. Right now I can go fight against a small blind, which will let me win a little bit of money and see a shop, or I can skip, and in the next shop the Joker is free and becomes holographic. Holographic's pretty good because it gives you plus 10 extra malt and whatever the Joker is. The downside of this is it could be any Joker and the Joker might be crap. But holographic is very strong. So let's try a skip. I don't often skip, but let's do that. So that means the next time we're in a shop and there's a Joker there, it'll be free and it'll get holographic. I don't want to skip this one again. We need to get stronger by going to shops. So the premise of the game is we need to make poker hands, where we can see here all the different kind of poker hands. There's even poker hands that don't exist, which we'll get into if it happens. But right now I've got an open-ended straight draw. 2 open-ended straight draws. Now the higher ones are slightly better because they've got more chips. Each of these cards is worth 10 chips. This is 7, 6, 5, 4. So technically at the moment this will score more than this. The alternative is I can go for a flush. Flushes are quite relatively easy to get. Ideally you want to use as little hands as possible, because the more hands you have remaining, the more interest you end up earning and the more money you get. So you want to ideally one-shot. Now I can't one-shot at the moment because I don't have a good enough thing, so probably we need 2 hands to get 450 points. So probably it doesn't really matter. Let's try and get higher straight with an ace or a 9. An ace. So that gives us a high-end straight. It's a normal deck at the moment, 52 cards. So if you know anything about poker, you can play to your outs, and sometimes it's about maximizing your outs. That's slightly more complex, I guess, but I used to play poker, so that's why I know stuff like that. Right, so now let's try and get a flush, an extra heart. You can always look at your deck. This is your full deck, and this is what's remaining. So I've only actually got 6 hearts remaining, which is slightly unfortunate. But it means out of the 35 cards, 6 of them are good for me. So it's like a 1 in 5 chance, and I'm discarding 4, so it's still quite likely that I'll hit a heart, and I've got up to 3 discards, so I can see quite a lot of my deck. And there we go, we've got a lot of hearts. there's a flash, and that should be enough to win. So how the point scoring works, this blue one is your chip count, and this is your malt count, and then depending on what hand you make and what level it is, you get a certain amount of points. So for a flash it's 35 times 4, but you get extra chips here, so that'll be an extra 10, so that'll be 45, 55, then this will be an extra 7, so that's 55, 62, plus an extra 4, that's 66, plus an extra 3, that's 69 times 4. So 69 times 4 is 70 times 4. 280 or something. So that's already going to be enough points to win. I'm just going over the basics just for people who haven't played it before. I don't talk so much normally. Right, and then we get some money for winning the round, and then we get some money for how many hands we have remaining. So in this case, we got 2 hands remaining. You also get some money for every $5 that you've got. You get $1 extra interest. At the moment I have less than $5, so I get 0. But it incentivizes you to save your money at times to try and get interest. Essentially, the more money you have, the more things you can do in the shop, which means that the stronger you get, usually. Right, this is my free card, so we're taking this. So this is a joker, and the jokers are the most powerful things that can change your run and affect what you're doing. And there's about 150 jokers. These Buffon packs you can open up, pay some money. I can see a couple of jokers. You can have up to 5 here in this deck. Some decks you can only have 4, some decks you can have more. There are ways to get extra jokers as you play. Some jokers are really weak, some jokers are really strong. In essence, you need to get a nice combination of jokers that multiply your scores, either by improving the amount of chips that you get, or the amount of malt, or to multiply everything, or to give you economy, to give you money, all kinds of things. Now this particular one is called Supernova, and it says adds the number of times a poker hand has been played to the malt. So this is the malt, so whatever the chips is times the malt. So at the moment we've got this holographic tag which is already plus 10 malt. That's huge. That means every time we make a scoring hand it'll be an extra 10 on this side. And it also says the number of the times the poker hand's been played, which incentivizes us, if we keep this, to keep playing the same hand again and again. So at the moment I've played 1 flush and 1 straight. So it means if I play another flush, that will then give me 2 malt. If I play another flush, 3 malt, 4, whatever. But sometimes it means it's quite useful to play easy to make hands, like pair or high card or something that's quite simple to make, and then you just do it lots and lots and lots of times, and then this grows and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, essentially. The other things we can do in the shop, this is a tarot card. There's all kinds of different tarot cards that basically lets you manipulate and change your deck. This one isn't particularly useful for me at the moment, but it changes one of these cards into a stone card, which means it doesn't have a rank, doesn't have a suit, but it gives you 50 chips, which is a lot of chips. It synergizes with some things, but I don't think we need it at the moment. This is actually already enough for us to win the next few fights by itself, just because of this plus 10 malt. So essentially we don't really need anything. So one option is to save our money. With $10, we earn an extra $2 in interest every fight, because you get 1 interest for every $5 you have, up to $25. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Alternatively, we can buy this voucher. Vouchers are things that permanently change your run, and as you purchase them on the run, you'll get to see them here. And this is a very, very powerful effect, and most vouchers are fairly powerful. So most of them are pretty good, but they're fairly pricey. Right now, if I buy it, it means I don't have any money, I don't earn any interest, and I'm broke. I'd rather not be broke. So my strategy tends to be try and sort my economy out, try and get rich, and then do lots of stuff. So I'd like to have this, but right now it's just too pricey. If I didn't have a joker, if I was worried about not being able to make the next amount of scores, which is 600 here. Then I would try and get another Joker to see if there's something to help us. But again, I think we'll save money. And Celestial Packs, we'll talk about another time, once it's ready to get on. I'm really explaining this way too much right now, but I think given it's a first kind of video I'm doing, I'll do that for now. So I'm just going to go to the next round. Now this is the boss, and the bosses are where things fall apart, to be honest, because very sneakily, and sometimes you can't do anything about it, and you're going to lose runs just because the boss happens to be bad for you. So this particular boss says all heart cards are debuffed, which means none of your hearts will score points, and if you've buffed these cards, none of those buffs would work. Now sometimes as you play the game, you create a deck that's all hearts or all buff hearts, and you score lots of points because you've got buffed hearts. If you run into this boss, you're buggered. And there's lots of bosses that are like that. Sometimes there's a boss, there's one that's face cards are debuffed. There's loads of builds that you do to buff your face cards, or jokers that buff face cards. So if you happen to be a build like this and run into a boss like that, you're in a lot of trouble. There are ways to sometimes re-roll the boss's effect, so that's a powerful thing. That's a voucher you can get. Sometimes ahead of time you can start planning and see if there's something in the shop you can do to counteract the boss. Sometimes you're just screwed. This boss shouldn't really affect me too much because we've got our plus 10 malt and we don't necessarily have to play hearts. Now this might already win because of the 10 malt. It might not, but we can work it out. Now in general I don't tend to calculate, but if it's close sometimes you need to. So let's just see if 3 of a kind with 6s wins. So we know that 3 of a kind will do 30 times 3 as a base, and you've got it here. But we get an extra 6 chips for this, we get nothing for this, and we get 6 chips for that. So we get an extra 12 here. So that's 12 times 3, except it's not 12 times 3, it's 12 times 3 plus an extra 10, so it's 12 times 13. So 12 times 13 is how many points? 12 times 10 is 120. Wait, that's not enough, is it? Am I... No. What am I talking about? It's not 12 times. It's 12 times 30. No, it's 42 times 13. That's what I'm trying to say. Which is already close. I don't want to do the exact maths. Maybe I should, just for this opportunity. Wait, what did I say? 42 times 13. So 42 times 10 is 420. 30 times 3... Well, 30 times... I can't do math. I can't... it's too early in the morning. I'm just going to play the hand. I think it's ever so slightly short, but... It's 12 short. If that other 6 wasn't debuffed, we would have won. So really, probably what I should have done is get a slightly better hand. Right now, it doesn't matter what we play, because we only need 12 points. The downside of what I just did is that it costs me 1 extra buck for the extra hand that we spent. So I'm 1 buck less than what I should have been. So instead of 19, I could have had 20. And 20 actually makes a big difference, because that already earns me an extra buck of interest. So really, I did something suboptimal then. Right, but we beat the boss and we go on to the next round. So in the next round, we already need 900 points, 1300, 1800. Now currently, probably, just with this Joker alone, I can get most of this stuff. So probably we save the money, which makes me regret losing that 1 buck, because that would have earned me an extra interest. This is a very good voucher for the long term. Now it means everything we buy is 25% cheaper. We can purchase this whenever we want this round until we beat the boss. So I've got a couple more shops to look at where we could buy this. So option number 1, we buy a Joker. I don't think we need this Joker. This joker says every played 10 or 4 gives you plus 10 chips or plus 4 malt. So it incentivizes you to play 10s and 4s. Currently we've got a base deck, so we've got the normal amount of 10s, normal amount of 4s. Sometimes you can increase the amount of cards you've got, which makes certain jokers more powerful. This is the Lovers, which enhances a card to a wild card. So wild card just means it's any suit, which helps you make flushes. We don't need this at the moment. This lets you add a random card to your deck, which often is a buffed card, or... Again, I'm saving money. This I really, really want, but I'm going to save money. Do we skip? This says the next edition Joker is free and becomes polychrome. So where we had this one free and became holographic, this one was plus 10 malt. This gives you times 1.5, which is pretty good. Again, the downside of this, 1, we don't earn the interest, 1, we don't earn the money, and then we also don't get to go to a shop. For that, we get a free Joker that is polychrome, which is good. The downside being it can be any Joker, it might not synergize, or it might be a crap Joker. This one upgrades pair by 3 levels, which also could be good. We're not incentivized at the moment to do anything, because nothing that we're doing is particularly... We could try and get pairs going. 3 levels of pair makes pairs way stronger, and this card does incentivize us to play the same hand again and again. We haven't really played any pairs yet, but we could start just playing pair, 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 pair. Get this buffed up and take multiple levels. Kind of like that idea. So let's avoid this one and play, and then maybe we'll skip the next one, which means we want to play pairs. So even though this doesn't win, even though it spends money by using hands, I want to buff this because we're going to try and go pairs. And that's already 400 points. So we're going to easily win. And this is slowly getting buffed. It's very slowly, but we buffed it 3 times. Easily got the points. So I spent money to do that. I still really want this. So again, I'm under the $25. So I'm incentivized to keep money. I'm planning to skip the next round because I want this reward. I think we get to see the shop after this. I'm getting slightly confused now. Maybe I should buy this voucher whilst we can. I'm not 100% sure we see it in the next shop. So I'll buy it even though it's costing me money. And then we go next round. And then we're skipping this, which means we skip the shop as well, which is the problem. I can't remember if we see a shop after this, or if it's the next round shop. So this one says all diamond cards are debuffed, which doesn't really affect me if we're playing pairs. It does mean this pair will score slightly less. But in some ways, our pairs are now level 4. So now, instead of 10 times 2 or whatever it was, it's now 55 times 5 for a pair. So we get way more points. So now our pairs are better than 2 pair, are better than 3 of a kind, are better than straights, are better than flashes, are better than full houses. The only thing better than a pair at the moment is 4 of a kind or a straight flash. So that's pretty insane. So let's play a pair. Now one thing you can do, you can mulligan your cards and play more cards to see more of your deck, which is useful many times. But for example, I'd rather get an ace than a debuffed card here. Also, I'd rather get rid of the debuff cards because they don't score points. So we try and get higher pairs if we can. I could discard this and dig for a better card, but I don't need to because we're going to get enough points. In some ways, I want to spend my hands to play pairs because the more pairs we play, the better this gets. So that already got me 1200 points, which is bloody insane. So now I can't even just a pair by itself already wins. So even if I want to try and upgrade this, I can't at the moment because I'm scoring too many points. This is being overpowered for me right now. The problem is it quickly changes and you need to be able to constantly keep increasing your score. Right, we've got a couple of opportunities here. I'm still incentivized to save money. Things are slightly cheaper now because we got the last voucher. We are actually in the new round, and therefore I would have lost that voucher if I didn't buy it then, so I'm glad I did. So option number one, we save money again, because as long as we're not above 25, we're not earning maximum money. We could try and open an Arcana pack, which gets us C5 tarot cards. Some of the tarot cards give you extra money, so sometimes it might be worth to open and try and get extra money right now, because extra money takes me well over the interest and then lets me spend money. It also gives me opportunity to buff my deck. The other interesting thing here is the jokers. These jokers, this one's Seance. If a poker hand has a straight flush, create a spectral card. Spectral cards tend to be very powerful. We're not really going for straight flushes, and it's really hard to make a straight flush. It's probably not what we want at the moment. This is a bit more interesting. It says all played face cards become gold cards. Gold cards earn $3 if it's held in the hand. So it means we could turn all our face cards eventually into golden cards, and that means if we play any other pair and we win the game, we earn extra money. It's a good way to make some money. It will pay for itself. It just takes time to get online. I would like this voucher, but it's too pricey. I would like this pack, but it's too pricey. So I think the options are do nothing, continue, open a Arcana pack, probably looking to get money, which gives me a chance to do more stuff. This is also interesting just because it pays for itself eventually, and at the moment we've got lots of joker slots, so it's a good time to use it. I think let's open this pack. Let's see if we get lucky and get some money. So we didn't get money, but let me just run through some of these. So this is Magician, and it lets you enhance a couple of these cards. So a lot of what you can do is buff your cards in some way or change your deck. So this I kind of like. It's a lucky charge. So basically, let's say we did it on the 10s. It means every time we play that particular 10, it gives us a 1 in 5 chance to get 20 mult, which drastically increases our score. And the even better one is 1 in 15 chance to win $20. There's also other jokers that synergize with this. I like lucky cards in general. This one converts cards to diamonds. We're kind of going pairs at the moment, so having diamonds doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really do very much for me at the moment. Fool is a very powerful card in general, but right now doesn't do anything for me. But basically, it copies the last thing that you did from a tarot card or a planet card. So if we took this Magician, and then we got a Fool later on, it would make another Magician. The Moon converts things to clubs, so again we don't really need to do that, so that's not that useful. Hangman is something I really like. Basically it helps you thin your deck out, refine your deck. The thing is, at the moment, if we're playing pairs, it doesn't matter too much. Although eventually, if we decide to take that golden thing and make these all gold, it's nice that we find these cards more reliably, more regularly. So having a thin deck helps with that. So out of the options here, I think it's either Magician or it's the Hangman. This doesn't do anything, this doesn't do anything. Right now, this doesn't do anything. Let's go with the Magician. Why not? So these are now buffed. I am thinking about taking this as well. I think I am going to do it. It might be a mistake. This is like when I don't know the right min-maxing strategy. How bad could it be? As long as it starts earning me some money. But really what I want now is to play pairs that are face cards so that they get turned into golden cards. Do I want this? Next Joker's holographic. I don't think we need the score at the moment because we're just about making enough score. But soon we're going to need 5,000 points. Again, the problem with this is we missed the shop and it's a random Joker. So it could be it's a Joker that just doesn't help us at all. I think let's go here because again, we want to turn these kings into golden cards. So I guess what we want to do now is to dig for more pairs that are face cards. So these are golden. Now they don't do anything at the moment, but later on, once we have them in our hand and we finish a round, it'll earn us money. So we didn't find the face cards, so let's look for the face cards because we've got discards to use. There's a face card. And I can't use this 5 because it'll be 2 pair. Having said that, I could do 2 pair because I don't think it makes enough points because it's pairs which are doing well for us. If I do a 2 pair, then it might give me an extra opportunity to make some more gold cards. It's going to be close, but yes, that worked out. So I could do 2 pair again to make more golden cards. Probably worth it. I'm sacrificing 1 trigger of buffing up pairs. I think it's probably worth it to get the golden cards. Once we've got the golden cards, we'll start earning money in the next few rounds. So right now my economy is really hurting, but I'm investing for the future. So I'm kind of broke at the moment. These are eternal cards. Eternal cards are very interesting. Basically, they can't be sold or destroyed. So one of the things at the moment, once I've turned my face cards all golden, this doesn't do anything, and I can just sell it and get rid of it. If you've got an eternal one, you can never get rid of it. Which also can be useful sometimes. There are some things which destroy your jokers. If you've got an eternal one, they can't be destroyed, so that sometimes is useful. This one gives you plus 10 more if you play 2 pair. We're playing pairs because we've buffed our pairs. So we don't really want to be playing 2 pairs, so we don't really want this. This one says 1 in 4 chance to create that every played 8 creates a tarot card. Tarot cards are very useful, but a random tarot card that only happens very occasionally and only happens if I play 8s when I don't have that many 8s. We don't want that. Probably I'm just going to save money at the moment. We need to kind of get over the interest. I am slightly worried that I need more score, but nothing here immediately helps me more score. A Celestial pack gives me the chance to get a planet card. Planet cards are basically how you increase your level here. The problem is we need the exact planet card. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 planet cards. Plus you could unlock bonus hands, which are extra planet cards. But basically right now it shows you 3. So I've got a 1 in 3 chance to get the one that I want. But everything else doesn't do anything for me. And if I spend this $3, we lose an extra $1 in interest. I don't think I want to do that right now. Let's just go to the next round. I am slightly worried about making this amount of points, but we've got another shop to go visit, so hopefully we find something. Let's see what things. So now we're kind of incentivized to keep this in my hand and play other pairs, because this will earn me money. Let me just dig for a different... Oh God, we didn't get up there. I might have to play the kings just to... We've got another queen, so let's play the queen. It'd be nice to get these lucky 10s. Let's try and find another 10. So how much points do I make for this? 1600. Oh God. We did get the 10s, so that's nice. Hopefully we get money from this. They didn't trigger. Right, and then we play a pair of 8s to win, and then we get a load of money for these things. So we made 5,000 points and we had an extra hand to spare. So I think we do make enough. And we made a load of money. So now I'm flush with cash. As long as I'm above 25. So now we open an Arcana pack. Right, so the options here. Sun converts things to hearts. Doesn't really help me. Steel cards are pretty good. Basically, if you've got something left in your hand, it gives you a 1.5 times score. The slight downside for us is we've got all these golden cards that are left in hand. Then I'm just having loads of cards left in hand. I guess if we're playing pairs, that doesn't necessarily matter. I think I'm going to go for this one. This is the Emperor, which creates 2 random tarot cards up here. Let's go with that and see if we get lucky with something. We didn't particularly. Although, a tower card does go with our pair build. Because you can turn a random card into a tower card and get extra points. Interesting. I've got the opportunity to take walkie-talkie again. Maybe we should be doing pairs with 10s and 4s. We've got our lucky 10s. Because basically, the face cards we don't want to be... we want to keep in hand, if possible. So playing 10s and 4s and buffing 10s and 4s temporarily might be useful. It does give me a temporary score. I think I'll take this for now. We might not keep it long term. This is very good. I think I'm going to take this. It will take me below the interest cap, but for the future of the run, I think that's very good. This is going to be way longer stream than I expected. I mean video. Because I'm explaining so much. I think normally I won't be explaining so much, but I think if people want to be interested in it, it does help to showcase what's going on. I want to open this, but we need to use this one first. This gives you 2 random planet cards, so we're hoping to get Mercury, which is the one that buffs our pairs. But I can't open. I've only got 2 slots here, so we want to use this first. So let's go to the next round. So now we've got the boss, and the boss is giving me a big FU to my face, where it says all face cards are drawn face down. Actually, I don't think it matters. I was thinking all my face cards which are golden will be face down, but I think they still trigger the gold card. So in some ways, I don't want to play them. I want them in my hand. So them being face down probably doesn't actually matter. It's pretty good for me. Okay. We don't know what they are, but hopefully they're golden. So, really we want 10s and 4s because we get extra buff on those. Let's turn a 2 into a tower card. No, let's not do that. Let's look for another 10 or an ace. I didn't find it. I still didn't find it. Okay, this is getting slightly difficult. Maybe we dig harder for 10. We got an ace instead. Oh god, this is going terribly. We know these are face cards. We don't know which face cards they are. I've got one more discard. We've got a 4. 4 is good as well. I didn't throw away a 4, did I? Crap, I threw away a 4. It's not as good. I think I'm going to have to throw away some of the face cards because I need to hit my pairs. Right, we've got a 10. Oh, thank God. Right, let's turn a 5 into a tower card. And then we've got a lucky. I guess we open this first. See if we get Mercury. We got Mercury. Nice. So now we level up our pair. So instead of level 4, it'll be level. So instead of 55 times 5, it's 70 times 6. Plus a stone card. How much points is this? I think that triggered 20, so we actually just won with just one pair then, which is kind of insane. And we got maximum interest, and we didn't use that many hands, which means we didn't buff this up that much. Currently our supernova is doing the plus 10 malt plus an extra 10 in the amount of pairs that we've done. So this is currently doing 20 malt. We also had a 10, so we got an extra 4 malt and extra chips. and then our lucky card triggered, so we got an extra 20 malt. That's why we scored so much then. And we got some money from this. Oh my, this is interesting. This is very interesting. This is one of my favorite cards, DNA. It says, if the first hand or round has only one card, add a permanent copy to your deck. So in our case, if I could get 10s, my lucky 10s, and play it again and again and again and again, every round that we play, we'll find our lucky 10s all the time. And play lucky 10 pairs. Yes, please. Technically, we could also play it on one of our golden cards just to duplicate those. We've still got 3 face cards that we've not turned into gold. Let's open an Arcana pack. So I can remove cards that aren't 10s, aren't 4s, and aren't gold face cards. It's one good thing. I can level up pair, which is extremely good for what we're doing. I can make another golden card. I don't think we need another golden card. I do really like the idea of removing cards, but maybe leveling up pair when I'm going pair build is too important not to take the opportunity. I think probably this is strong. Now I've got this satin card which levels up straight, which we're not playing. One advantage of keeping it up here means that when you open packs, this card doesn't show in the pack, which means I'm more likely to find the one that I want, which is Mercury. And there it is. Saturn is not here. Mercury is. Yes, please. Right, I'm down to 29 bucks. I could select 2. I don't really need 2 because we're going pairs, but I guess let's level up my card as well. This is quite nice. Raise the amount of interest earned. I think I will take this, even though it takes me below the interest cap, just because long run, that should pay off. Also, if we get any of our golden cards triggering, we should get above the interest cap again. Right, 8,000 points is already quite a lot. 16,000 points is even more. Let's see how we get on. So we want to look for our lucky 10 to play that singly by itself to duplicate it. So I'm going to dig. If we don't find our lucky 10, we'll probably duplicate one of our golden cards. We found our lucky 10. So we now play this by itself, which will add it to my deck permanently. Didn't give me very many points, but then as we play, we'll get more and more. I'm going to play a pair of queens just because I want to turn this one into a golden queen. And we're going to dig for a 10. Maybe be slightly careful because I do need to make enough points. We got the 10s. That is amazing. This probably wins. Particularly if one of these triggers. Ideally, we want it to trigger to give us money, because again, the more money that we have, the more things we can do. We're going to get money from all of this. It gave us money, and it gave us malt. 12,000 points. Not bad. Okay, now we're rich. Now we're doing really well. So now we can open these, and we want 10s and 4s, buffed ones preferably. Do we want a lucky ace with a red seal? That is pretty good. Maybe. I'm not committed to using this. The red seal re-triggers the card, so it plays it twice. On a lucky card, that means it does the chance for a lucky twice, which means you've got double the odds to trigger the lucky. Also, we could have aces. Also, we could potentially duplicate this. I think I'm going to take it. I'm not necessarily committed to having this. This doesn't do anything for us anymore, other than we've got 2 jacks. So this is replaceable. This says each queen held in hand gives you 13 malt. Technically, we are holding the queens in hands. because they're golden. But we've only got 4 of them. It's also eternal, so it's got a downside. 13 malt per queen is good, but it's not like amazingly good. Let's open another pack. Okay. So the 2 things of real use here is you've got a blue seal and you've got a purple seal. So blue seal means if you have it in your hand when you play your final hand of the round, you get the planet card for whatever you put. So that's a really useful way to get more Mercury cards. The 2 itself doesn't do anything for me, but the seal is very good. This one, a purple seal, when you discard it, you get a tarot card, a random tarot card, which is also good. I think leveling up pair, given that we're really trying to go pair, is useful. So let's take a blue seal. Now we've got loads of money right now, so we might as well re-roll. Why, hello. So this has got a buff to it, so it's a polychrome, which gives us a 1.5 multiplier. And it adds the sell value of all other cards, which is currently +9, although this will itself have a sell value which will be quite high. The problem is it's eternal, and in the long run it's not that powerful, of my experience. I probably could take it. Do I need to take it? It's probably as good as it's ever going to be. It does give me a 1.5 mult on my score. I don't need it. And it doesn't have a high ceiling. I know what the right answer is here. I'm going to take it just because it's polychrome. Also, we've got a chance to get a black sticker instead of a green sticker. Might be a mistake. This we can get rid of because it's not really doing very much if we find another Joker. We don't want Uranus because we're leveling up pair, not 2 pair. Justice enhances a card into a glass card. I will take this. A glass card gives you extra score, so it's very useful, but it also breaks it, which is also very useful because it helps us get rid of some cards that we don't want. Maybe. I can essentially re-roll until I get to the 25, but each time the re-rolls are more expensive. Okay, now this is a good card. I think it's time for this one to go. So this just gives me some extra chips for every hand that we play, but it means that every pair we play has an extra chip multiplier, which busts my score reasonably. The only thing is, as your pairs level up, the chips go up. So already our pairs are doing 100 chips, but essentially, currently this doubles the amount of chips that we make per pair that we play, which is good. Also, we're currently relatively rich, and this is the more rich you are, the more chips you get. I think that's okay. I think that'll do. Next round. So our score should be quite a bit better now. We found a lucky 10. I think I'm going to look for the other lucky 10. There is like maybe having them the same suit. Probably doesn't matter if we're playing pairs. Let's look anyway. Pair of 9s. I think I'm just going to play this one. Duplicate it. And that, as a high card, already got me 6,000 points. That's insane. I don't even have high cards buffed. So now what we really want is to find our blue seal, so that we buff. We get a Mercury card. Problem is, I want to keep these in hand. I've got 3 discards. I think I want it enough that I'm going to look for it. We've got the pairs of 10s now. Right, so let's look for the... This will definitely win. You want the lucky trigger because you want to get the money chance. Do I get rid of a king just to look for the blue card? Maybe. We got the blue card. Okay, we've got everything we want. I need to make space. So let's turn this 7 into a glass 7. Do I play the glass 7 to get rid of it? No, probably not. I might not win. Okay, we play this. And then we get a Mercury card. That gave me 30,000 points. Oh my. Things are going well. And we're going to use this to buff our pairs. A literal pair build. With lots of 10s. And we're rich. You see how good it is to get all the economy? Okay. So, we can make spades. That doesn't help me. We can remove cards. That does help me. We can make random tarot cards. Might help me. We can get random planets. Unlikely to help me. We can buff cards to different numbers. If we had 3s, we could turn them into 4s, which would make this better. This I'm not committed to. Like, this is doing something at the moment, but if we didn't have it later on, it probably is not doing a huge amount. I think probably let's just remove a couple of the cards that are not that useful, like 6s and 5s. Get rid of you. Let's see what's in here. We've got another blue card. I think I'm going to take it. The more times we level up pair, the stronger we get. We don't need 3 of a kind. We don't need 8s. How many 8s? We do have an extra 8 now. 5 8s. I don't really want to get rid of anything at the moment. I think everything's doing something. Let's roll. This doesn't help me at the moment. This is kind of interesting. This says that it gains malt per consecutive hand played without playing your most played hand. So we've been playing pairs. In some ways this would be useful, but we've leveled up pairs so much now, I don't want to pivot. This does something completely different. I think we could play towards this. I don't have much experience using this card. Don't take it very often. I think this is a time we could take it, but I'm not feeling it, so no. Extra discard. So I don't really want to sell anything. This is too fun and I'm enjoying it. This we can't sell. This is, we're buffing, so we really don't want to sell. This is doing quite a lot for us. This is the one that's probably disposable, but given that we're buffing 10s, this is actually doing quite a bit for us. I don't think these are better than this. Don't need this. Don't need to buff flashes. This gives me chips for pair. We are playing pairs, but if you notice, it's only giving me 50 chips. Whereas this is giving me 104 chips. So this strictly is better than this. So this is just too weak at the moment. We're not playing diamond cards. Ooh, make more lucky cards. Yes, please. Right, I think I'll save money for now. These are getting a bit too pricey. And we're playing the boss. We need to get 16,000 points. 1 in 7 cards get drawn face down. Slightly awkward. And we've got a pair of aces. I can make a duplicate of this good ace, or I can look for my 10s. I think this is good enough. And it might be that at some point we pivot away from 10s. Yes. I can also make these 2 aces lucky. So now I want to look for a blue seal, and I want to look for maybe more golden cards. We only need a pair of aces, so let's get rid of that ace. We've got one blue card, that's nice. What was the other blue one? It's the 8, isn't it? So the 8's still in the deck. So if we got the 8 here as well, I don't think this will win, because we don't get this doing anything. We don't know what this card is. Doesn't seem to be the 10. Let's play this. I don't think this wins right now. Oh, it hit a 20 mult. So it won because it hit the 20 mult. So maybe I could have... one of the things you are trying to do is to try and play to your buffs. So trying to make 2 Mercury cards would have been optimal. Trying to get as much money as you can would be optimal. So you're trying to play to optimize, which sometimes just doesn't happen. But we get to level up pair again. I don't want 3 of a kind. We don't really need wild card. We do want an extra consumable spot because we're trying to get lots of cards. So this is good. Let's take this. So now we've got 3 slots we can use. We do want to open a spectral pack. Right. We can put a red seal, which makes things trigger. So we could get a red seal on our lucky 10. That would be very good because we're duplicating this. Or we get a purple seal, or we get a blue seal, or we get more aces. I think having the red seal on this 10 to make it trigger twice. I almost feel we don't need anything from this now. The only thing we don't have is the purple seals. But we've got money. Fine, we'll open it. Do I want a 3rd seal? Maybe I do. Maybe the more that we can find a seal, the more we level up the pair, the better the pairs are. This might be a mistake. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't think we want any of this. We don't need Uranus. Even Steven does do something, but it doesn't really do much more than this. This buffs just 10s and 4s. This buffs even cards, but this gives you chips. Do the chips matter? Maybe this is actually better than this. We kind of don't need the chips when we've got this. I think it is actually maybe slightly better, only just, but it means some of the other pairs are scoring slightly higher. Ooh. Now this is interesting. 1 in 4 chance to upgrade the level of the played poker hand. We're playing pairs constantly. 1 in 4 chance isn't brilliant. I think it's worth it, maybe. Okay, let's try. So now we want this to trigger all the bloody time. 20,000. Oh god, the boss is a nightmare. This boss might kill me. The boss says no repeat hand types this round, which means we can only play pair once. Given that my build is all about playing pair lots of times, we're in a bit of crap. We have to see if we can find another way. So the only option is either to make pair do so much that it does 40,000 points straight away, which I don't think we can do, or we're going to have to somehow make points playing a different hand. Now technically I do make points playing other hands, just pairs are just way better. I guess let's see when we get there. Right, we managed to get our lucky 10. So how many points do I make just for a high card? Would I rather have the 10 or would I rather have the ace? I guess right now we're not going for the 10s anymore. So I guess we'd rather have the ace because it's got more points. Okay. So high card got me 7,000 points, which isn't 40,000 points. Now I want to look for my blue seals. Or my golden cards. So I really want my blue seals. I think a pair will probably win. I really want my blue seals. I really want my blue seals. I got so many friggin' blue seals and it didn't give it to me. Okay, so now we play high card to try and find a blue seal. What the hell? I've only got 24 cards left and we didn't even get... I've got 3 blue seals left. High card doesn't win, so let's try it again. Play high card again. King, Queen, Jack, 10, 6. Please, blue seal. I suppose I am leveling up. Alright, we got 2 blue seals. I've got 2 slots left here. Let's win the game. That's also not 40,000 points, by the way. I'm slightly worried about this bus, not gonna lie. A pair will do most of the work, but then somehow I need to get the rest of the points. This is an interesting card, but it's a bit late. We need to beat ante-8, we're already ante-5. This, if we got it at the beginning, is exactly what we're doing, because it gives you an extra mult per hand played without playing a face card. We're not playing the face cards, but I think it's too late for us. This gives you times mult per empty joker slot, but we don't have any empty joker slots. We don't have any vouchers. I'm worried about this boss, I'm not gonna lie. Increases all probabilities. Now this is actually interesting because it increases the chance for us to level up the hand played. Is it time to get rid of DNA? We've got some buffed cards. This only works on this. And then I've got 2 cards that aren't giving me score. But it does mean that there's a 1 in 2 chance of buffing up my pairs. Nothing else really helps. I would like this, but I think this is probably actually doing a bit more for me at the moment. Until we get a few more of these aces and these 10s. All the blue seals. This doesn't actually help me beat the boss. There's a problem. This also doesn't. I guess technically if this triggers in the next fight a couple of times, and we level up our hands a bit more, we'll do more damage to the boss. I think probably we're desperate because the boss is so difficult for me. Let's take that. These don't help, so we skip this. We've got 43 bucks. We didn't get Mercury, so let's level up a card because we need to level up another hand. None of these help. Right, so we really want this to trigger. So I want to play crappy pairs and not win. And hope that we level up pair. Come on, 1 in 2 chance. It didn't trigger! 16,000 points. This sucks. My pair already wins. Will its pair of 2s win? I think maybe a pair of 2s should be a little bit. I really need this not to win. It's got less chips. I think it might still win. Oh, bother. Do I have to calculate this? I might have to calculate this. Because we're going to lose the boss. I really need this to trigger. So I really need to play as many pairs as possible. Does this win? So it's going to score an extra 4 chips here. So it's going to be 164 times 12. God, it's so difficult to calculate now. There's too many points. I can't calculate this. We just played a pair of something and it got 16,000 points. I think it still wins. I don't think we can play it. Maybe I should level up high card. Yes, because we do need to play a high card. Okay, let's play a high card. That makes sense. We did level up high card. Because we're going to have to play high card against the boss. Which maybe means I should play high card again. And look for our... I'm worried that this is going to win. We got money. Oh no, I won already. The high card. Oh god. That might have killed me. It might be okay. Maybe the high card is enough. This helps. Steel card definitely helps. The death helps. So death lets you copy cards. So we can copy this good 10. Mercury, one time. No Mercury. Okay, so I guess a high card is our backup one, so we'll level up high card. This doesn't help. Doesn't help, doesn't help. Magician can help. I'm just so worried about this boss. This boss might kill us now. None of this helps. Ooh, what's this? Negative Joker. Now this helps. So negative means we can add an extra Joker. So instead of 5 and 5, we can have 6. This is a temporary Joker, which gives us plus 20 mult at the moment, and then it will disappear every round. It gets less than 4. But this might really help us beat the boss. It did mean we lost our interest. I think we might have enough to do it now. So I need to find... Oh, we've got a glass 7. That might even be better. So we can only play one pair at the moment. We've also got this. Okay, so which pair is best? Okay, so we want to make a steel card. So let's make this a steel card. And then we can play 3 of a kind if we need to. We've also got full house. I think now we play the pair. And it leveled up, which is nice. Wait, that's not enough! Oh! Okay, we got past the bus. We one-shotted it. This really helped. Okay, now we should be sailing. I don't have money. Ooh, we got past the bus. Oh, look at this. Ectoplasm. So this adds negative to one of the jokers. This one's already negative, so it won't trigger on this, so that's good. It gives us a less hand size, but if we're only playing pairs, hand size isn't as important. Okay, we've now got a negative space joker, so we can keep this forever, which is good. So now I can add an extra joker. This one buffs aces. We are playing aces, but we're not playing just aces. Everything else doesn't do very much. This one, earn $8 if played hand triggers the boss blind ability. Temporarily we could take this. The downside of this is it's eternal. How many aces do we actually have? 7. It's not that many. I don't think eternally buffing aces is the play. This is too late for this because it's too low. This is going to debt. We don't really want to do that. I think we take this for now. It doesn't really do very much. Now I kind of need to save money because we're broke. Play only one hand type this round. Now that's much better because we can play pairs, which win for us. That boss is way better for us. Okay, so we should be sailing this round. So what we really want now is to get our blue cards. Our blue seals. I also need to be careful that we don't make the points too quickly. Maybe I have to get rid of this. I really want the blue seal so that we can buff our pairs as much as possible. Right. Probably we just play it now. I can make these luckies. I don't know if this might already win. We do get a Mercury and we do get some gold if it does win. 63,000 points, okay. We're scoring a lot of points with pairs now, and we're buffing pairs even more. Which is a bit of a shame, because you want to play as many pairs as possible to make this trigger as much as possible. But what can you do when you're overpowered? Wait. Each face card held in hand has a 2 in 2 chance, 100% chance to give me 1 back. That's better than this. This is purely money, because we're keeping the face cards in hands anyway. The only problem is I've got a less hand size. We don't need hearts, we don't need clubs. We've got a 2 in 4 chance instead of a 1 in 4 chance to buff one of our jokers. Yes, please. Nope. I don't think we need this voucher. I'm pretty happy with this at the moment. Right, we got a blue seal. Let's look for another blue seal. We've got our aces. Let's look for another blue seal. Let's look for another blue seal. We do have gold. Let's look for another blue seal. We didn't find another blue seal. Should we be leveling up high card? We've got past the boss that was restricting what hands I can play. I don't think we need to. There, and win, and level up, and make money, and make more money, and make more money, and make 69,000 points, and level up Mercury. Oh my, this is going swimmingly well. Can't believe I've been playing this for an hour. I'm playing this way longer. I've been talking way too much. Round 6. Couple more rounds to get through. We're flash with cash. None of this helps. We're flash with cash. None of this helps. I might as well take this because we got the money. I don't even know what we're looking for right now. Guess this is free. See, this is 8 malt if a hand contains a pair. We're playing pairs, but this sucks because like everything else literally does more. We are going to lose this soon. Buffs flashes, buffs clubs doesn't help. Buffs high card. I probably don't need this. I'm going to take it anyway just because it's cheap. And just in case we need to. Right, let's save money. Right, now we definitely just want to play pairs. We also want to open this and see what this is. Justice. You can be glass. Lovers. You can be wild. And let's look for our blue seal. Let's look for our blue seal. We got a blue seal. Let's look for another blue seal. And another blue seal. Okay, we didn't find the other blue seal. We also got rid of our gold cards. So play high card. No, if I play high card, I only play one type. And okay, let's not do that then. This maybe doesn't win. Doesn't win. Nice. We didn't find another blue seal. But now, if I play a high card or anything else, it won't score. So I can look for another blue seal. And I can look for another blue seal. And I didn't find it. So we win. And we leveled up with Space Joker. And we leveled up with blue seal. So now our pairs are doing 265 times 19 as a base damage. That's insane. Okay. Judgment creates another random joker, which we don't have space for. So there's no point. This lets me re-roll the boss. This is good. This lets me, if the boss really hurts me, get rid of the boss. What does this do? Get 17 bucks or turn things into spades or hearts. Money, please. This we want Mercury. We didn't get Mercury, so we take Pluto. This is interesting, but we don't have that many steel cards. If we could get more steel cards, this would get pretty good. But currently we don't, and we don't have that much time. Probably not. I don't think we need it. Now this is very interesting. This gives you time 3 score if you've already played the hand. So that means if for whatever reason our first pair doesn't win, then our second pair will do 3 times as much damage. But what do we get rid of? We could get rid of the bull. The chips are nice, but now our pairs do so many chips, it's not adding that much. We do 265 and that's adding an extra 70. Or we get rid of reverse parking, but this actually does give me quite a bit of money. Everything else we kind of need. Let's do it. I think it's worth it. Right. Now our second pair will be godly. Save money. All spades cards are debuffed. We don't care about that too much. Double our money. Money's good. What's the downside here? It means we miss a shop. Does a shop matter to me? It means we don't get to level up our pairs. That does matter to me. We do want to level up our pairs. See, that's the downside of skipping, is you miss out on getting your blue seals and you miss out on... Okay, so now we get 2 Mercuries if this wins. Which it may or may not win, but then the queens will definitely win. Level up. Money. Okay, didn't win. I guess we look for something other than the queens? Or do we just play the queens? I guess we can look. Kind of want to keep the face cards. I'll look one more time. Okay, we didn't get it. Like I said, this should be a huge amount of points because we get 3 times the score now. 160 points, and we level up Mercury twice, and we managed to level up... Oh god, this is a good build. I like this build. This is one of the things with this game which is quite nice, because every time you play, you get different jokers, you do different stuff. This is going very nice. Doesn't help, doesn't help. Mercury, one time. Mercury, one time. A level 22 Mercury, yes please. And a Pluto is our backup option. And we roll again, and we roll again, and we roll again. These don't really help. We're kind of okay. We're kind of crushing it at the moment. Probably already beat the main boss. We could go to endless mode. We don't need to go to endless mode. I'm basically just looking for blue seal at the moment. The more blue seals we have, the more buffs we get. Okay, we didn't find it. Do I play high card just to look for another blue seal? Maybe we should. We leveled up high card as well. Doesn't score that much for us. Our next one will score 3 times as much though. See, this is the slight downside of having my hand size nerfed. Right, now I think I have to play the pair just in case I don't get enough points so that we can play another pair. Oh god, we didn't make enough points. Oh, thank god I got these twos, otherwise we'd be screwed. This will win. This is a bit too close. I should have made sure I had another pair of hands, but yeah. Easily wins. 197,000 points. Although this build will definitely, hopefully, win anti-8, it wouldn't do particularly well in endless mode, where the score ramps up and ramps up. I don't tend to play endless mode unless I get a really broken, busted build. This is good build, but it's not busted. I don't know what I would need to make it busted. Buff 4 of a kind. We're not really doing this. Mercury? No Mercury. So none of these really help, because we're not going to be playing these hands. This slightly helps. And I'll do. Right, spade cards. We don't care about spade cards. Right, so we're just looking for our blue seal. Looking for our blue seal. Wait, it's debuffed. No! Because it's a wild card. Wait, I can turn it into a malt instead of a wild. That's pretty cool. This is a niche case for this. This switches it from a wild card, which is debuffed because it thinks it's sped, into a malt card. So it'll no longer be wild. So therefore, it'll be working again. Now we have a blue seal. Nice. They are lucky S's. This shouldn't win. Our next hand will win. So now we want to look for another blue seal. Keep a pair of aces. We got another blue seal. Probably good enough. Technically we've got one more blue seal. There's no reason not to look for it, I guess. Okay. Win with our debuff pair of aces and get 2 Mercury cards. Beautiful. You can see how this game is quite fun and relaxing. I can't believe it's taken me so long. I think partly it's because I've been explaining it so much. But we're on the final straight. We've got the last round, and there's Mercury again. We've got a level 30 Mercury. You won't see that often. We've had blue seals buffing it. We've had this combo with the lucky dice and the space joker buffing it. And I will take a buff to 10. And a death. And extra planet cards appearing more frequently. And I might as well take high card. I don't think we need high card. Right. So our final boss says one random joker disabled every hand. Which probably doesn't matter. Like, if this or this, or even this is disabled, it doesn't matter. This one is the main score and this one. And mainly our score is coming from this. I mean, look at this, 444 times 31 as a base on our pair. So actually this boss probably is okay for me. So we probably just win. But I'll look for a blue seal. I'll still look for a blue seal. I'll still look for a blue seal. I will still look for a blue seal. 2 blue cells. Why, hello. So now I want to make... Maybe another... Steel card is good. Make room for our... Does this win? Yes, it does. That's before it gets 3 times. Oh god, we're so crashing this. Now I'm kind of just min-maxing for no particular reason. Just a flex. My first video of this game as a video. Not bad. I don't even need this. I'm literally skipping them because I don't need it. A level 33 pair build. I've actually got so much money. There's no reason for me not to spend the money because I'm not planning to do this. This normally goes really well with pair builds, 20 mult. I just don't need it. So I'm not going to take it. I like this one normally, but again, I don't need it. I like this one normally, I don't need it. This buffs pair, which I do like. Fine. One last shot, one last round, and then it's the final boss. We're just looking for blue seals, basically. Give me another blue seal, please. I think a pair of 10s probably wins already. Just by itself. Did I really not find another blue seal? I really didn't find another blue seal. Do I play high card? High card shouldn't win. High card is still good for me to play. I'm just looking for another blue seal. For min-max. Okay, high card is getting stronger. I can do high card one more time. Looking for a blue seal. And now I have to play my pair. I didn't get my blue seal. Damn you, game. That was a bit closer than comfort. I kind of wasted my opportunity. I was digging for this blue seal. That's okay. Right, final boss. Might as well open his packs. Might as well level up high card just in case. And I might as well just have a look if anything helps me. I know these jokers. I suppose I should be showing you them. But basically, I know they don't help. Re-trigger all held in hand abilities. This would be quite good if it was earlier on. This means that our gold cards and steel cards trigger twice. But that doesn't actually help me win. We trigger all face cards. We're not really playing the face cards. Right, anyway. One random joker disabled every hand. So as long as it's not this or this, we should be good. So I don't actually have a pair. So I guess we could play the pair of aces just to get some base score. And our next ace should do 3 times the amount. We've lost this, but this isn't a huge component of our scoring. So let's look for another pair. Might this already win? It might do. Yes. That looked very easy and very simple. It's not always that easy or simple. But I guess it was black stake as well. So black stake's not the easiest. Now we could go to endless mode and continue. But I know for a fact that this build will drop off at some point. I don't tend to play endless mode unless I've got a build that I think can keep going. This scales, but it scales slowly. So we're scaling the pairs and stuff, but leveling up these things does drop off. Like, in order to go endless, you need to have like multiple multiplicative scoring increases. Anyway, I win. We also unlocked, what did we do? Do I go to main menu? Options, main menu. Because this is not my phone, like, I don't have things. So basically we beat the black stake deck. So now we've unlocked the anaglyph deck, which is probably one of my least favorite decks. I think it is actually good. I'm just not used to using it. Basically, it's a deck that buffs skipping because it gives you a double tag, which means you get twice whatever you skip, which I think can lead to some various broken things. I just don't skip that much, so my brain doesn't enjoy this deck as much. But there we go. We also probably unlocked some more jokers here. I still don't have them all unlocked on this account. Sometimes you've got to do certain things to unlock them. So here you have to play 4 sevens of clubs. Here you need to run in 18 or fewer rounds. So I tend not to chase this and let it happen as I naturally play. Right, let me know if you've enjoyed this. It's been a bit long. Well, enjoy.